Hi, I'm Jo Walsh. I am the IBM Solutions Director in Logicalis for UK and Ireland. I'm delighted to be joined here by Lee Armstrong from IBM.
Thanks, Joe. I'm Lee Armstrong. I'm the Director of the Ecosystem here at IBM for UK and Ireland.
We've been in partnership together, IBM and Logicalis, for over 25 years, and I think we've grown from strength to strength in that time. We have a lot of heritage in infrastructure, in power and mainframe and storage. We're really starting to grow into software, which I'm really proud of.
Given you are one of our few partners who come across all of our technology stack, it's fundamentally important to IBM that you understand the Z platform, the power platform and the storage platform, and have conversations and solve business problems for your clients across that platform, across those platforms. But you are very much focusing in on our data and our automation around our software portfolios, understanding what your clients' business problems are and adopting those with our software technology makes you unique and one of our most valuable partners across our partnerships.
I agree with that, and I'm really proud that we have that capability. And you're right, that strong heritage in the mainframe, in power and in storage really gives us that edge with our customers. We really understand how to help them deliver best value for their business. But layering the software on top of that just definitely gives us that edge and helps to deliver against their business problems.
Our go-to-market approach from a sales point of view, our own internal sales team, and I know sometimes go out to market separately, but the earlier that we come together and your sales team are talking to our sales team, understanding your capabilities and understanding how you're working into your clients and bringing us into those conversations means that we're adding value really quickly in front of the client and the client seeing us working well together. So I think the partner program works, the way in which we're going to market with our technology sellers really works well as we collaborate and have collaborated in many opportunities that we've worked on together.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a bringing together of the best of both worlds, because we have this fantastic technology from IBM as well as a really strong IBM team. So we've got the technology and we've got IBM, and then we have Logicalis and the value that we bring with that really tight knowledge and understanding of our customers. So we can kind of bring that very local focus that we have like really ingrained with our clients, bringing that best of IBM into both. And I think it works fantastically well.
Yep, absolutely agree. And we also not only do this in the UK, but we also do it in Ireland, which is a massive, it's a small market for IBM, but it's a massive opportunity for us to work together on. And I think what we do in the UK, we absolutely replicate well in Ireland. And I think from your business point of view, it's a fundamental part of your business and the success of Logicalis.
100%. And, we've been in agreement with IBM for a long time that IBM is our most important vendor in the Irish market, and to IBM we're their most important partner. So, really reciprocal relationship that we have over there. And, it is a different market, but we have such a good working relationship together. Yeah, the team are fantastic and really work hand in glove. And I think from that perspective of customer engagement, that's definitely something that we also want to replicate back in the UK a little bit more, because I think our focus in the UK is really technology driven, but we can learn lessons from UK to Ireland and Ireland to UK.
So the two sales teams do come together well, and I think fundamental to our success is you understand our technology fantastically well. We engage and understand how you go to market. But we have identified a program where we can use our client engineering teams to help solve some of your client problems. This is something you initiated. So do you want to just talk us through how that's working, what we're hoping to get out the back of it, and where we go after we've done the client engineering piece?
Well, you know that I've been a really big fan of client value engineering and design thinking for the longest time. And even when I was an IBMer, it used to be one of the key tools in my kit bag. And so what we're creating now is a kind of unique environment where we bring a few select customers together with Logicalis, but crucially with IBM as well. And as that kind of trio of organizations working together to really figure out the root of a problem and come together to find the right solution. One of the things I'm really passionate about, though, is that we don't dictate what that solution is in advance. And that's the whole beauty of client engineering in the first place, is that we have the people who understand the technology, we have the customer who understands their own problem and a willingness to want to change and look at it differently. And then we bring those together to fix out the fix to the problem with a desired outcome of a customer who now has a solution to something that they just really didn't know how to fix to begin with, but then fully supported by the power of IBM together with Logicalis. But the beauty of it is really working as a team together to resolve that problem.
As an approach, we definitely need to do more of that. One of the ones that has been identified earlier is how we engage with Watson X around that, and we probably wouldn't get through this without talking about AI. But I think from a Logicalis point of view, you're definitely understanding more about how we embed and how Watson X comes into those conversations and proves out the value to the client throughout that process. So I think your engagement in client engineering, the outcome that we're looking for, definitely bringing the sales teams together gives us a good outcome.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Watson X, I mean, it's such a fantastic platform, but sometimes it can be hard to know how and where to get started with it. So I think using client engineering is like a really fantastic way of figuring out the answer to a problem, knowing full well that undoubtedly AI and the Watson X platform is going to be part of that solution, but without making it about the technology first and making it much more about the customer-centric view of the world and their problem. But then we already have existing managed services and capability. As you know, we have network operation centers and security operation centers across the globe. So I think there's definitely a layer of AI that needs to be added on top of that. And that's something that we're exploring today, particularly around P5G. There's lots of interesting and exciting stuff happening there.
What we like about it is that you go and have client conversations with clients that we don't necessarily touch. You go and have those conversations. You bring that message out into the market. Those clients then hear more about IBM's capability, and you get that reach, and you bring that marketing message with you out for us, which is why I think the partnership works really well. So we talked a bit about software and how fundamentally important it is to IBM and our go-to-market. As you know, I used to run sustainability, and that was an acquisition. And actually, IBM's very acquisitive, bringing in some interesting software companies with capability that broaden our go-to-market. Logicalis took on one of those products in Envizi.
We did.
Yeah. So great to see you're using our technology for your own purposes. But what are you using it for? What have you achieved with it?
Well, we're so pleased that we have taken Envizi and run with it. And I'm really pleased to say that we've achieved our carbon neutrality goals for 2025 in Scope 1 and Scope 2, which is fantastic. And Envizi was really integral to helping us to achieve that. But the feedback from the team has been, as we'd hoped, that the tool is really, really invaluable to them. It saves them so much time. It makes it so much easier to gather the information that was previously held in disparate locations by different people. And now it's so much easier for everybody to collaborate on one version of the truth. And obviously, we're very excited about this, and we're talking to our customers about it as well. And so it's really one of our key go-to-market areas is to really focus in on sustainability. And it's so important to Logicalis and data tech as a whole that it's a really good marriage.
Good. And actually, you're one of our few partners who have taken on our technology and proving it out so you can go and have those conversations with your customers and prospects. Just shows your investment in IBM and what you believe we're doing out in the market. So as we move forward and looking forward, software we spoke about quite a bit, but what are the three areas you see that you're going to focus in on with the IBM technology stack, taking that out to market?
Well, as you know, we're already investing in the software business in Logicalis. We are hiring to enhance our existing capability, building a really strong team to help us really double down on the software business. But for this year, our core focus is in data security and really tying that into what we're already doing in the Security Operations Center and our managed service there. Looking at sustainability and Envizi, obviously, that's kind of one of our cornerstones from a software point of view. And then finally, in FinOps. FinOps is really important to us. Our cloud practice is full of very capable and competent, experienced hires. So we really need to do more around the FinOps area. There's a fantastic portfolio there. And I think that that's something where we can really, really add value to those clients. And I think IBM's approach around openness with the cloud, with the hyperscalers, will really help us. And the ability to collaborate around marketplaces as well is just definitely something that we need to focus on.
Good. Yeah, I agree. And we're certainly seeing all of those three areas you mentioned, the hyperscalers, IBM hybrid cloud, all areas that clients are wanting to talk to us about and take that conversation to the next level. And with partners skilled in the way that you're definitely positioned well to take on those opportunities within the market with us together.
And not forgetting what's next. Clearly that's important to us, but as we talked about before, I think that using client engineering as the vehicle to be introducing AI into the conversation is really the right way to go about having that discussion with our mutual clients today.